Welcome back. It's your boy Seth Garu Baxter with Maker's Bar, where we're creating 1 million leaders today for tomorrow. Now, if I were going to ask you, what is art? Or if I were going to say to you, one of the best art shows in Los Angeles County area, as a matter of fact, in all of California, has returned with a big bang. And I couldn't be more excited. Having attended this event, it's artists from all over, and it is one of the best collection of all diverse talents. Today, we have the CEO and founder of this event, Danilo Santos, and I'm excited to have him with us today. Danilo, thank you so much for joining us today on Maker's Bar.
Seth, thank you very much for inviting me to your show, and appreciate it about connecting with me, because it's been very, very difficult to connect in the last couple weeks. I'm being really busy, but thank you very much. Thank you for don't move my interview for another time. Say, hey, let's do this. Okay, let's do this on Monday. Let's do this on Monday. I didn't have that much time. Move couple other job things what I have to do, meetings, and yes. Thank you very much for having me. Thank you.
Just so our audience is familiar, this is the Chocolate and Art.
Sure.
Yes. And yes. June 20th and the 21st of this year.
June 20th and 21st at the Mika Studios in downtown LA. Is very close by USC. It's our new venue, and we used to be another venue for a couple of years. They called the Vortex. The Vortex got a new managing, but also we were looking forward to giving something fresh. We were looking for, I do believe, the right venue for my show. And when I said the right venue is because it's a great venue with a ton of parking, and it's really hard sometimes to park in downtown LA. This venue has a ton of street parking. Yeah, free street parking, but a lot. So yes.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Now, Danilo, for those people who don't know, who are going to be first-time attendees and those who are going to come as a result of the podcast, describe to us the Chocolate and Art Show. What is it?
Okay, Chocolate and Art Show is a fusion between art and chocolate. But in reality, the target, not the target, the main thing about the event is the art. Chocolate is something where we used to hook people. And actually, most is our female guests who they love it. But we offer some chocolatiers from locally. They come over and they show their chocolate, and we also give it like a free chocolate through our chocolate fountains through our a company they call Sephra, which is we've been using this company for a while and people love it. But our main focus is our artists, our community of artists who they've been very supportive, who's been like calling for the show, emailing us, and they say, when are you coming back? When are you coming back? And they it was kind of hard. We didn't have a show the year before, and the other shows from the previous year, there were no successful shows. And when I say no successful show, we didn't have the attending what we wanted, and then we saw that something was happening. So, but in the same time, Los Angeles is like turning, is changing, is evolving, and there is less things to do. It looks like people they like to go and hang out more during the day.
Yes.
When it was a night event. We believe after the pandemic, the habits of people change when they go and do more stuff early in the morning and they go back home, watch a movie, dinner, and that's it. We also saw that people are taking healthy habits. so they don't drink that much. That's what we see them. But hold on, in some states like California in general, where we do 2 shows in San Francisco and Los Angeles, and other states like Atlanta, well, other cities, Atlanta, Houston, Phoenix, Dallas. The show's still on and it's pretty successful. We sold out. We sold out already in Dallas this past January. Well, we always sold out in Dallas. Atlanta was a pretty good. We have a pretty good amount of people who came to the show. A lot of good artists, a lot of good musicians. But LA is different, and I don't see just in my event. I saw that in other people's events when I heard from them, hey, it's not the same. So now we are trying. The first thing what we did is find a new venue. Let's give a fresh start to our audience and to our artists. So now Mika Studios is going to be our house. I don't know for how long. Hopefully for the couple next years. And after that, we say, let's do more things. So the first thing what we did, we caught 1 hour. We used to go until 1 a.m. Now we're going to go to 12. So it's going to be from 7 p.m. to 12. But we're going to have more interactive things so the audience can interact more. And of course, we're going to have a ton of artists, vendors, body painters, live painters. But I don't want to spoil the show, but you gotta go and you're gonna see since the moment you walk. It's gonna be a tiny, that are little things, but we believe it's gonna make a change for the show, and we're having a good reception. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I definitely agree with you. It's going to make a change. Now, how did it come about? What was the origin of the Chocolate and Art show? How did it begin? What was the concept idea from the beginning?
I remember after I'm done with college, I moved to LA to follow my director career because I went to film school in Indiana. I came here in 2009, and the market just went down in 2008. Remember the house market when it crashed?
Yeah. Yes.
So it struggled 2009, 2010, 2011. They were really hard years for the economy of every single state in the US. So in 2009, when I got here, I started picking up from PA jobs to bartending jobs to catering jobs to any kind of job, picking up here, over there. And I start seeing these art events, and I start seeing what they're doing. And I went to work for a couple of these events, and they start kind of like, oh, I can do the same. To produce an art event is pretty much to produce a commercial, a video commercial, a music video, or short film. Why? Because you need to find your venue, you got your location. You need to find your actors, you got your artists. So I say, okay, I have these skills where I learned through college. I want to apply these skills, but instead to do something more in the production part of video production, I'm going to do it in this event. Also, there was people who also kind of like helping me and tell me, hey, come on, I'll help you. You should do this, this, and that. So Chocolate Art Show started in 2010. The first show in April, it was in close to Culver City. It was in Jefferson Boulevard. And the first 3 shows, they were terrible. No, the first 2 shows, they were terrible. And I was about to quit. I was like, oh, no, this is not for me. It was so hard. I had to learn marketing. I had to do so many other things where it wasn't. I say, okay, one more show. We're going to do the 3rd show. When I did the 3rd show, it was pretty successful. And it was like, oh, wow. It was just a little time. So people start learning about the event and learning about something else, which is I'm really, really, what is the word? Detailing. I like to get all the details pretty well. So one of the things was I was giving a better lighting than than the other events they were doing. I was bringing a lighting team to do a better lighting for the artists. So there was some other shows. So the other shows, they had the bands inside the gallery, and they say no, the bands cannot be inside the gallery because the main object, or the main goal of the artist is to sell their artwork, their prints, or anything. So when I saw their art events, they were putting the bands inside the galleries. You cannot talk, and the artists, they cannot like mingle with other people or try to sell their artwork because it was so loud. So what I did, I divide the party with the art exhibition, same location, two different atmospheres. I put the bands outside in the patio, and I kept my artists with a DJ and a really nice, like more like ambience music, so the artists can sell their artwork. They can go and mingle. They can get commissions, and that was another thing what I did. Like I said, I brought a lighting crew. The lighting crew was doing a really good job because it was pointing and doing the really pointing the lights the right way, and also start bringing good installers who they were doing a really, really good work, putting the artwork. So that was, I think, why artists start came back, and they would put money in marketing and one through another, and we create an event where we believe we were pretty successful until the pandemic. Yeah.
And so, one of the things I was blown away about when I first went was the talent of the artists. And I bought several paintings both times I came, because I felt that it wasn't just the observation of the beauty of the artist. Mm-hmm. It was an interactive experience. And aside, the chocolate was really good too.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
But I got to say, the atmosphere, it was electric, and you were able to interact with the artists and see some of the process of thought. And Vortex was a great venue, because I did attend when it was at the Vortex, and the owner of the Vortex was an associate of mine. But I have to tell you, in all the art events I put on myself or I've attended, this was my favorite, because it was such a collection, not only of diversity, but there was a synergistic unifying of the artists. You can feel that there was a unified sense of, here is the richness and wealth of our art. And you felt that spiritual energy. I'm imagining, and you can tell me if I'm correct or incorrect, that same synergy that was with the artist, we're going to see that again this time, but even better.
Yes, we're pushing everything. We're trying to bring artists who they were brought like a great time for the show. We're working to bring our great body painters from the last time. Zig, which is an amazing body painter. Laura, I have one more. Like this guy, everybody, they're an amazing body painters who they're fantastic. They're just amazing. We have body painters. We have light painters who also, they're great cartoon painters, and we're gonna add a couple other surprises for the show. And but I don't want to spoil, I got
Absolutely.
3 more surprises, 3 more things we're going to incorporate to the show. One of the things we're removing it for now is the bands, the live music. The reason is because the venue what we have right now, the patio is pretty small, and like I say, I don't like to have live performance inside the gallery. I think that's the first mistake where art shows they do. They put the live music in the middle of the gallery, and the drum.
It becomes a distraction.
Yeah, it's too loud. People wants to talk and they want to interact. But we're gonna bring great DJs who are gonna bring a great amount of people to have a great energy in a audio, in a volume where they can control and we can control it, so that way everybody can have fun. So this time for live music, I think we're having no, I don't want to say that. We're making
you don't want to spoil too many of the surprises.
Yeah, well, we're having give me 1 second. I don't want to say name wrong. Let me see where I can find him. okay, I don't want to say his name wrong because later I don't want to get in trouble, but it's not sure yet that we're having him, but we're having his art. So in the show. So one of our, okay, right here. 1 second. Okay, so, okay, from the band The Doors.
Oh, yeah.
We're having Mr. Krieger, which is the guitar player from the band The Doors. He wrote the song "Come On Baby Like My Fire."
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's a guitar player. His art is going to be exhibited at the show. He has an agent who is our art agent, who is the person who's going to be a rep, and Robbie Krieger, that's his name, and she's going to be there with the art, but we still don't know if he's showing up or not. So, but I know that all other of his OG friends, no musicians, artists, they're gonna show up at the show too. So we're gonna have quite a bit amount of celebrities at the show. Yes.
Fantastic. Now, if you had to describe some of the collection of artists you have and some of their forms of art, what would you say some of the diverse artist styles are like?
So one time I was talking about this with a collector in San Francisco, and he was trying to define the type of the artists who they have in San Fran with the type of art who they are in LA, and he believed that in LA, he didn't want to say cartoonish, but it's more like for example, this type.
Yes.
Faces, people, and celebrities. They do a lot of Kobe Bryant's, a lot of rappers, but with their signature, the different style.
Yes.
When we were talking about in San Francisco, it was more of landscape and different stuff. But both cities, they bring a big amount of abstract work.
Absolutely.
Abstract, which is wonderful. People love, and every price, from big and small pieces. However, here in LA, I had a wonderful big artist who maybe they were in the mid-size range, or they were, and suddenly they went and they blew up. They're turned huge artists now, and they I had a great photographers too, who they were selling $3,500 big art pieces, like big pieces, and that was like, holy crap. And that was sorry for my language. And they
that's okay. That's okay.
And I was like, wow. So we believe that when San Francisco maybe is a little bit more classic, we believe we are here in LA a little bit more urban type of art. And yes, that's actually maybe urban is the right word for the type
urban
of art for LA. Yes.
And Los Angeles, the art makeup of Los Angeles is very diverse, but I'd have to agree with you. A good proportion of the artists that I've seen is more an urban style of art, a more street gritty type of art.
Yeah.
And I've noticed that some of the diversity of the art, it spans where they include the urban grit with some classic styles and deep rich oils and deep rich fabrics and so forth. I've noticed that with
they got multimedia. I had this girl who had these beautiful small boxes, and the inside there were different stuff from landscape to people's faces, but it was paper mache. She was cutting and putting on. Oh, she was wonderful. I remember she moved to a different state, I think Seattle, but I remember she was selling those those boxes with these beautiful art pieces. Like she was pretty unique at the way. I had random artists who like they were just I don't know.
Incredible.
No. I had like incredible, and other ones like I didn't know. Um, there was this artist, female artist, who she was mixing with, she was creating this beautiful art piece, but at the moment of the signature, she was mixing the red with her own blood, and I was like, wow. I know. That's what I didn't know. And because at the end of the day, you think about it, you were taking a great art piece with her DNA on the art piece.
That's incredible, Daniel.
Some people they were thinking, oh, gross. Some people they were thinking, oh my gosh, that's crazy. And I was thinking like, no, as this girl turns to being a big artist, and years later, her first I don't know if she's still doing it, but her paintings, where she was selling at my show, her DNA, because she was mixing a little bit of her blood with like a painting, and she was signing it, and it was like, oh, that was like, I was thinking about like, oh my gosh, people taking her DNA with her, and I know.
So if you had to say there was a theme besides the chocolate, is there a theme in the message this year at the art show?
I think it's bringing back the community.
Bringing back the community. I like that.
I think we're trying to focus about the community. I think we're thinking to giving artists an amazing show, and they say, oh my gosh, my shows they're called pop-up shows. Okay, so that's how they call it, like a pop-up art show. So mine's a 2-day event. So this kind of shows, I believe they're important for artists, so that way, for so many artists, they start their career, or they don't, or maybe they've been painting for so long and they don't know what to do with their art, and they cannot go to big galleries, or they cannot sell it through, or they're looking for something else besides try to sell it for Etsy or another way. So they use this event to learn from other artists, to mingle with clients, and to like have, okay, I'm prepared. I think I can do this even bigger and better. So I need to bring these people back, and they start interacting. I need to have these artists and start interacting with other artists, with clients, and they try to push them to keep selling their artwork. So chocolate is the thing for the show, who helps me to, but the community this time is going to be the most important thing for the show, to bring them back together.
So bringing back the community. I really like that. I really do. Now, I'm very curious. You are also a CEO of other businesses as well. And so one of the first questions I would ask you, being the leader in particular to such a big event, tell us some of the challenges that you faced in being a CEO, and how did you get over those?
I had a team before the pandemic, and once everything shut down, I had to like let it go, pretty much my team. Okay. And that was just me. And for so long, for a year and a little bit, for a year, start bringing one person from the team. Now I have another person who is helping me with social media. One person's helping me with the emails. I am more of the logistic. I have some person who help me with the social media. So the hardest part is when I didn't have
the hardest part of being a leader.
Being a leader is like, that it's time to things are gonna go down, and then now it's your time to like, okay, let's find the solution. And I have to start being more organized and taking over things, and try to find resources, and to start put it back the team, and they have faith on your product.
Having faith, absolutely.
Have faith on your product and say, okay, you've done it before, you know what to do. That's what you got to do to make it better and bring people back. And it works after the pandemic. It works for, like, we did 2 more shows. But right now, it went down again. The attending of the event, but like I say, it wasn't just me. It was like so many other events, so many events that didn't survive. And it's like, okay, the event is doing really good in other states. I don't want here to die. Let's go to, like I say, let's go to see what people wanted. And then one of the things, hey, let's create we need to find a venue with a lot of parking, because my last venue, the Vortex, there was very limited parking. So, okay, we find a bigger venue. So I have to listen. I have to like figure out what people want, see what is in my hand, find the resources, and make the changes. So I think the hardest part for somebody like who owns a business, it's just like try to believe in your product, and they try to say, okay, it's time to make the changes. Some people don't like changes, and but you gotta make those changes, and you gotta listen. You gotta listen your artists. You gotta listen your community. You gotta listen your guests. For so long, that was, like I say, one of the biggest complaints where it was about parking, and say, okay, we need a new venue. The hardest part for us, it was finding a venue here in LA. After the pandemic, the venues went crazy expensive, crazy. When other venues in other states, they went 10% up on their price, on their fees. LA was 200% their regular fee for rented. But I do understand why they tried to do that, because they tried to recover for all the year and a half, almost 2 years, where they were shut down.
Yes.
And then we were like, okay, I know that you guys have that issue, but I cannot pay venues. So they were $40,000 just for like 2 days show. And it's like, no. It's like, I can't, because we live for we couldn't bring stuff like that. And now that we're back, one of the things we're working is to bring more sponsors. Well, bring sponsors. Sometimes we had one sponsor right here, one sponsor over there. This time we're talking to different sponsors to sponsor the show, so we can use the money and create different interactive stuff inside the show. So we're creating these activations, which is like, I'm telling you right now, I have a meeting with Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola is we already work with Coca-Cola in other states like Atlanta, Georgia, and Coca-Cola is being fantastic. They created an incredible activation for Atlanta. So now we're on talk with Coca-Cola to create this activation here in LA. We talked to another one is well, I'm gonna say that it was Adidas, but Adidas, they like to work with artists, and we were talking with Adidas, but they said that we were not the show that they were looking for. Well, whatever,
That's
so.
It.
Yeah.
So some of the challenges of being a CEO is finding sponsors for events like this, and finding the right type of sponsors, and being able to connect your message, and to connect your message.
Yes, and we believe Adidas it was going to be a great sponsor, because they sponsor they have this show who they sponsor in the downtown store, and they have like an artist and all that kind of stuff. And it didn't work. So, but anyway, we're talking to other sponsors right now, hopefully to close those deals, so we can bring more stuff for our guests and from our artists. So yes, one of the harder things is to try to bring some income to help us to push the show to a next level. Also, the money goes to marketing. We spend a lot of money on marketing. Things where people don't see it. We spend a lot of money in marketing too. Mm-hmm. Yes.
And for these type of events, when you're looking for the right kind of sponsor to match it to the message, what's the message you give to your sponsors that you want them to hear? That we're this year is bringing back the community. That would be the message you're looking for in the sponsorships.
A sponsor who have worked with artists.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we art or artists art. We try to bring. There is another sponsor where I really love it, and we've been talking about this time there. The person who used to work on Karma. There is Karma Automobile. It's a different type of car. Who they were sponsored for us in Atlanta, and we love it because they create these cars by hand. They are this is fantastic. Each Karma car, which is a luxury car, the logo is different of each car. It's handheld, made by an artist.
Wow.
Yes.
So they're one of the sponsors this year.
No, well, they haven't get back to us, and we told them all that kind of stuff, but we haven't talked. The person who used to, my connection used to for Karma, she doesn't work there anymore. But now she sent me to somebody, and this somebody hasn't I know there is my messages, but hasn't get back to me. But I want to bring that. So we're looking for sponsors who they say, hey, okay, you follow community. Now it's something where you have to be involved with art, like Karma. Coca-Cola follows a community, and also Coca-Cola it's been great to us. Things like that. That's what I'm been looking for, and it's very interesting. A lot of my friends or other people, they say me, "Oh, go and find this. Go and find this other guy. Oh, go to talk to this whiskey company. Go to talk to." It's like I don't do it because I say, well, I don't know how can I introduce myself and how I can be great for the event besides selling beverages, which I was looking for a connection, on artistic connection or community connection. So So
that's one of those hurdles.
Yeah, I know it's been picky, but hopefully that works out for us to find the right sponsors for us. Yes.
Now, in addition to that, what would you say the age span is for your average attendees?
From 25 years old to 48, between 45, no, put it from 25 to 45 or 48. We get this data from our social media, and for our ticket, the ticket company where we use, which is Eventbrite, and our social media, we take all this data, we put it together, and we say, okay, we have to target. Our main target is from 25 to 45. Yes. Female, actually, our 70%.
I was just going to ask that. So it's a lot more female than male.
Yeah. Actually, in the beginning, with Chocolate Artist Show was created, I had a couple other friends and female friends who they were artists, and they would say, well, there was no really shows targeting just female. So when I said, well, the word chocolate, I was more towards female because chocolate, women love chocolate. And actually our logo, it was the silhouette of a woman before, and later the logo turns more like a splash of paint and is a city and has changed. But the show was always targeting to women. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay. And then what was the reason for that? Because women love chocolate, or you feel they appreciate art more? Which one do you think it was?
Well, because, like I said before, in that time, which was 2010, there was no really shows who they were targeting female audience.
Yes.
So we say, oh, why I didn't want to be like everybody else. So we were looking for something to target. So we were looking for a target. So the target was women. So that's what. So chocolate. That's when we say, oh, what about the show called Chocolate and Art? And they say, yeah. And oh my God, for the first couple of years, it was 90% women who they used to come to the show, and the later through the years, it's been more like a 70, 30, 60-40, and they used to show to go. We see a lot of dates. When people go for a date, it's perfect for a date. We offer our VIP ticket, which is excellent. Is you can drink free champagne from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. And you also have 2 extra drink tickets who you can use for whatever drink you want at the bar. And you cut the line. So like once you go through my securities, they tell you you're VP, and if there is a line of maybe 30 people, they're gonna you're gonna cut the line, you're gonna go in front. So and then I saw two people getting engaged in my show.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, one in San Francisco. He was actually one of my body painters, and one in Dallas. But I remember it was at the venue, but it wasn't in the middle of my show. In the San Francisco, it was during my show, in the middle of the show. So so I saw people like getting even engaged in my show. So I believe my show is something special.
It definitely is. Again, the collection of art types and the pieces even that I bought, they were so diverse in their range and their artistry. And oddly enough, the three of the paintings I bought the last time were by female artists, but there was a male artist and his work was incredible. And I have his painting also. Now, I'm curious, since the audience or the attendees tend to slant more female, the gender and age range of your artists themselves, would you say they slant more female artists than male, or is it kind of about equal? And then what are the age ranges?
That's a very good question. That's a very, very good question. And I never thought about it. However, I think it's 50-50. And it's because sometimes it changes. In one city you have more male, other cities you have more. One show you have more, but I think it's 50-50. You put all together, combined, it's 50-50. And younger artists, yes, younger artists, for sure. And older, yeah, like maybe in their 30s, early 30s, maybe in their 30s is the most of the range of my artists. Oh man, sorry.
That's okay.
It's because I had an artist who was a very, very loyal to my show, and in LA, and he passed away during COVID, and then we found out that, and it was hard. Later, I had other artists in Texas who also they passed away, not for COVID, but for other illness. But the guy from LA, it was hard. It was very hard. It was hard for me because he was very, very loyal. He was pretty much in every single of my 10 last shows in LA. Yes.
Well, one of the artists that the second Chocolate and Art show I went to with you, he also passed away unfortunately during COVID, and he was one of your artists as well, and he was a good friend of mine. So I don't, not that we're getting on a depressive note necessarily, but related to that. And he was another talented. I still have his painting in my home now. And so you had a number of things. So we do, their art lives on in us, and the joy that they gave us in sharing their art. So we do appreciate that. Now, changing direction sharply in the different cities that you've been to, with the art show itself. When you've gone to these different cities, so LA and Atlanta, and then in Texas, what do you see as the differences in the type of art appreciation from the audience members that you come, or what do you notice as the difference? I know a better way to put it. What's the differences in the cities with the attendees? What do you think? What do you see as far as it goes? Okay,
Dallas is my number one show. I call it my number one show because it's the only city that we do 2 shows a year, and they're sold out. Okay. Why? One of the things I believe is first one, we give them a really good quality of show, like a very, very good quality of show, quality of art, quality of event, and also there is not that many shows like ours for Dallas. Also, Dallas is a city who has a lot of money in one location. When in LA, the money, when I say money, it's just spread out.
Yes.
So you have to go to Orange County, to Ventura Boulevard, to these their areas, Beverly Hills. But for some reason, Dallas is more like the money is on the city. So a
It's
lot of people,
concentrated,
yeah, it's
concentrated in one area.
yes. So my Dallas artists, they do really well. They do really, really good. Like have people who sell 4 5 pieces. Is there no what to is there they know what to do during the sell, during like how to sell? They will sell 4 or 5 pieces a night. Or maybe during the show. But they know what to do. There is other artists who they're a little bit more quiet and they are great artists, but they don't have this selling skill to like how to talk and communicate with people. But already my artists from Dallas, they know what to do. They come back. Most of them they come back. Is they don't come back to the next show, they will come back in the next year or next year. But we have a lot of artists that come back because they know what to do and they know how to sell and they know there is money and they bring new pieces. And yes, so that's
So
about
Dallas has the concentration of money. So that's one of the bigger cities. And Atlanta, what's the crowd like in Atlanta?
Oh, Atlanta is a wonderful city. However, it has shifted. We have a big amount of vendors. When actually before we used to have 10 to 12, 15 vendors. Now we have 30 vendors. And that's what is having happen. Like artists that used to like put artwork on their art on the walls, 4 or 5 pieces, but now those artists are shifting to be vendors. And then now, because in the vending, it maybe the fee is a little bit higher, but they can put a ton of more artwork. They create like their booth. So yeah, so it's been shifting. We love the big complex where we do our event. We love the Coca-Cola help us over there, and the community of artists is fantastic. But we haven't experienced something new on Atlanta. A lot of new events. A lot of new events.
It's such a growing city.
Yeah. A lot of new events with a strong marketing and a strong social media marketing. And they're like, but when I see the events through their social media, I see, but the quality of their art show is not the same. Bad lighting, music in the middle, very, very loud music. So this is what I think is going to happen, because that already happened before. I think that all these events, they're going to be around 1-2 years, maybe 3 years the most, maybe. After, they're very popular, by the way. They're very, very popular. But if you don't give them the high quality, bring them great lighting, great installers, great curators, a team who help you to, when people walk through the show, greet you, and they give you like something, these events are going to die. Yeah. And it's even if they have a strong marketing, they're going to die because people, they say, oh, I'm being there. It was okay. When in my show, they keep coming back. The people say, hey, oh, that was a great show. I'm coming back. Oh, I'm bringing a date. Oh, I'm bringing somebody else. And because we are a yearly show here in LA, hopefully we're having a lot of people who they know that we put these great events to come back. But like in Atlanta, this is what is happening. There is a lot of new events, and but the quality is not there. Like they don't understand the number one point of the talent show is the artist.
Absolutely.
Because the artists, they need to have a great lighting, great way how to be installed. They need to be treated really well, and they will come back and they will bring back people, and maybe their friend didn't bought from somebody else's art. Maybe didn't bought. Maybe one of our artists got invited. He came and he didn't buy artwork for his friend, but he likes the other person. And that's what I say. You gotta keep bringing so they can, like have people to come over, appreciate and buy your artwork or your friend's artwork or another artist or like that. Yes.
Do you have a lot of returning artists from years past?
Yes, we had a lot of return artists.
I know two of them who are
Oh,
coming back, who I spoke to. Two of them are coming back. Two of your artists that you had prior.
for the LA show, give me 1 second. Let me for the LA show. Let me see. Like I say, Kiara is the person who deals and then we do have we give me 1 second. Let me that was a great question. Let me see for this show, the LA. I got it
I
right
was
here.
looking forward to. I tell you, while you're doing that, I'll tell you, Tassia. I hope I'm saying her name right. Forgive me, Tassia, if I'm not saying your name correctly. But she was one of your artists prior who's I maintained a friendship with her. I thought she was. She was mentioning some of the other ones who are coming back.
I just saw our numbers. 90% are new artists. 10%. 90%. Yes.
Wow.
So this is the reason. The reason. Okay, there is two reasons. So the first reason is a lot of artists, they move out from the city.
Yes.
A lot of artists who they've been here for so many years, they were from different city, or they're from LA and they went to live in a maybe cheaper area. Okay. And because that happened to us in San Francisco. My last San Francisco show, we saw a decline of artists, return artists and new artists. We saw that, and it's like, what happened? And the couple artists, friend of mine, and another one who wasn't like somebody said, what has happened with the San Francisco community? And he said, they can afford a San Francisco. They have to like move. They moved to Oakland. They moved to Sacramento. They moved out. They moved to Texas. That's why in Texas I have a lot of new artists, and this is funny. They when they come and say, "Oh, I used to live," when they come and drop off their artwork, they say, "Oh yeah, I used to live in LA." "Oh, I heard that you're from LA." "Oh yeah, I used to live in LA." We have a lot of artists that come from California, in Texas. Yes, but it's understandable because the economy of the country changed. During COVID, a lot of people, they moved out from California to Florida, and they hasn't come back. But slowly we're gonna have. Man, I'm a man of faith, and I do believe the country is gonna get better. We're gonna have a better economy. The show must going on, and yes, there is gonna be. Also there is a social media having take part of big part for artists who now they sell their art a lot for social media and TikTok and Instagram. Actually, Instagram is the number one. Well, after Etsy is the number one social media where artists they put their artwork for sale. Yeah. So yeah, and it's helping them. Yeah, it's helping them.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now, you also had a couple of international style artists that had work collections from Spain, from Africa, from Cuba. I noticed a large, diverse international artistry the last few times. Are we going to see some of that same? Is that going to be some of the same diversity?
Well, I don't know for the LA. I got an email from actually an artist from Africa, from Nigeria, who want to be a part of the show, but they want me to sponsor it, and we didn't know about like the sponsoring part. Say we don't know what to do, so like we were like, say, okay, I don't know if this is gonna take time, and right now the country is going through a transition of like what is happening right now. So, but we get emails like that before, and we try to just like say like, is you can come over, we can put your artwork, or you can send the artwork to somebody here in the US, and we'll help you with that. But I'm gonna change something really quick. I have an artist from San Francisco. I think she already came twice to be a part of the show. She comes from Korea.
Wow.
She travels from Korea to San Francisco, brings her artwork, and be a part of my show. I feel so honored when I found out that. It's like, yeah. And she's like, yeah, I just came for your show. It's like, what? And
she's coming this year. She's coming this year also.
No, I don't know. I don't know if she's coming for this year for the LA show, but she came from for the San Francisco show. Not the last year, the year before. Yeah. fantastic.
Now,
I
what's
feel
your
honored.
favorite? Oh,
I feel honored. I feel honored from this artist. Yeah.
absolutely. What's your favorite part of the art show? The
Oh,
work that it takes to set up, or you get to the show and the interaction with all the people,
no,
or now that it's done, I get to take a nap.
no. You're
What's
gonna
your favorite part?
you're gonna hear this. I have these questions before. My favorite part of the show is the week after the show. Is once we get emails from artists, reviews from people. We get emails saying, "Thank you very much. I had a great time. Thank you very much. We had I sell that many art pieces. Thank you for putting the art show." Some guests they put a review. Oh my gosh, it was a fantastic show, and that was like, man. So it's like that's when I say, oh man, I think I'm doing something right. Um, of course, I had also like, oh, I couldn't find parking, and they get mad. And they, oh, I was, parking. Like I said, parking it was always one of my biggest problem.
Yeah,
And they,
the Vortex had a problem with the parking. I love that
yeah,
space. I've been there a couple times, but that was one of the
yeah,
challenges.
yeah,
So the
that was one
parking
of
issue was
the,
resolved.
yeah. And they, so I think are the emails and messages after the event. It feels really good. Um, it feels really fulfilling. Fulfilling. Like, yeah, I think is the emails and the messages after the show. They're very fulfilling.
Now, give us a little bit of insight to the new venue so people can get somewhat a feel for the new venue. Now, I since I was at the Vortex, I'm familiar with that, and it's spacious. You were able to do great lighting and so forth, but the new venue I don't know much about, so I'm very curious. What's a little bit of insight to the venue so people can get a feel for it?
So Mika Studios is a bigger venue than the Vortex. I think in the Vortex it was around 6,000 square feet, just the gallery indoor, and this is 11,000 square feet. It's really big with big walls. Okay, uh, big windows. It makes it to pretty nice from the with these big windows. That's one of the I like it because I have a big tall walls. When I was doing the show at the Vortex, I had to like bring some walls. We had to ensemble it. That was fine, but I think I like it this style because I use this style in other cities like Houston, and we're gonna put the vendors in the middle. You're gonna go around, and you're gonna go to different stages. We have stages with surprises, and then later when you're walking, you're gonna say, "Oh, you got this stage. Now you have artists. Boom, you go to another stage with something, and then later you go artists. Oh, the chocolate fountain, and then later you keep going. Oh, the DJ is performing right here, but you can hear the music and you see the DJ interacting, and then later, and if you want to see vendors is in the middle, and hopefully getting our sponsors, which is in the middle. No, it's by the end. So it's kind of like I'm gonna tell you what we're gonna put footsteps on the ground.
Oh, good idea.
So you can follow them. So you know
Yes,
what is the route. So yeah, so it's gonna be
yes.
like, yeah. That was a suggestion from an artist in Atlanta because she was saying, there is people who follows this route but never goes to this corner. And then we say, oh, okay, we believe it. Why? Because they go right straight to the middle and they don't go around. So now we want to create this. We bought these footsteps, colorful. So you go and follow the footsteps and you know where to go. And you
I
can
like
go to
that.
each station, see, and then and then you're gonna pass for every single artist. And you won't miss the opportunity to say, oh, because the footsteps telling you where to go. And after that you can just break the rules, like go whatever you want. If you want to go to the
Just break the
bar,
rules.
stay at the bar. If you want to go to the food truck outside, stay at the food truck. If you want to be around the DJ and dance, you can do it. But at least the footsteps we show you and tell you where to go. And it's like when you're in the first grade or in kinder with the footsteps right there, and the kids they follow the footsteps. So it's gonna be like
I
that.
like that.
Yeah, so it's gonna so people so that's from the beginning. Yeah, so that's one of the things where and then we're gonna create interactive booth. Yes,
So I know the fashions also, I remember the times I went, people came with incredible fashions, the attendees. You can also see a number of different incredible Los Angeles styles of fashions. And that's one of the things. I am a clothes person. I know I got my outfit ready. So, but it was incredible fashions from the attendees as well. Do you expect a big glamorous look this year with some of the artists and I'm sorry, the attendees?
Oh, don't know. That happens.
LA is its own thing.
It's so unpredictable. LA, like we may have them, we may not. I don't know. We have, like I said, we have a couple celebrity artists who they got invited, and I think they're just gonna show up. And we got some social media people who got invited. Hopefully they show up too, and they're pushing the show. So we don't know. We actually, that's a good question. We don't know. Like it's very random. I normally it's very strange. I don't like to be in front of the
camera.
The camera. I am a behind the camera person. That's why I went to school for directing. And they yeah. And when I am at the show, I normally have my assistant Natalie Gonzalez. She's one of the producers of the show, and to be the face of the show to talk to everybody. And I always incognito to try fixing every single problem will happen. People don't see it, but there is so much issues will happen during the show, like from people spilling things to electricity doesn't go well on the brakes jump, through to the light didn't work that good, through an art piece, maybe it's no hang there. There's so much happening. And yes. I always like to be helping and be kind of incognito and try to fix those issues. So it's funny.
So you'll be running around. We won't really see Danilo.
Yeah. I'm running around and I like it.
Yes.
I'm running around. Or security sometimes they tell me, say, hey, this person doesn't have an ID or like things like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So now, Danilo, where can people get more information about the art show and how to get tickets and also to ask you questions, and those who are interested in sponsorship? What's the main point of contact for them to be able to reach you?
Okay. First, for more information about the show, go to our social medias. We have our Facebook. You put Chocolate Art Show Los Angeles. They take you right straight to the Facebook event. You put Chocolate Art Show in Instagram, and they take you right straight to our event. We put most of our information for the show. It goes to the Instagram. So Instagram is like any updates, anything. It will be Instagram. That's for information. For tickets, Eventbrite. You go to their website, to their website, the dashboard, Eventbrite. You type Chocolate Art Show Los Angeles, right straight, the tickets. We have early bird tickets right now. Is $15. You should get it quicker because they will sell out. And after that, we jump to the next tier, which is $25, general admission, or our VIP ticket, which is $55, which is it's a great deal, like a free champagne.
It's a great deal.
Free champagne for 2 hours, you got 2 extra tickets for drinking whatever you want from the bar. It's great. And for sponsors, if you would like to be a part of this great community, this great event, you can email me at info@chocolateartshow.com, or just send me a message through the social media. Through Instagram, if you want to. So my social media manager, we send you my email and my information, so we can have a talk. One person, one-to-one. We can have a Zoom meeting. I can explain you. I can show you all our data, and I can show you what activations we can do, and we can create a great activation for your business, so that way you guys can be connected with it's a great group of people. It's a great guest, great artists. This is a wonderful show. Wonderful.
Absolutely. So for sponsors, it would be info@chocolateandartshow.
Correct. .com.
.com, info@chocolateandartshow.com for sponsors, and through social media on Instagram, Chocolate and Art Show as well.
Correct. And Facebook too. Yes. Yeah.
And Facebook as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, it was one of the best events I've ever attended. And I've been to a number of different art shows where the talent was ginormously great and the artists were great and the crowds were great. But this was the cream of the crop. Each time I went to the Chocolate and Art Show, I had one of my best times and have established long-time friendships with artists, and the evening went over splendidly. You will not regret it. Please do check out the Chocolate and Art Show. This is our host and the curator and CEO, Danilo Santos. Danilo, I'm so looking forward to seeing you at the art event. I'm looking forward to seeing all your talent. Thank you. Danilo, thank you. Thank you for bringing this back to LA, and thank you for letting it be seen on such a global stage this time. We're so excited to be a part of supporting the work that you're doing and all of the artists that are going to be at this event. In addition to not just the women who like chocolate, but the men who like chocolate too.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So Danilo,
the show is 21 and up. You got to remember. Just to let you know, the show is 21 and up. There is some explicitity on the art. So yes. So that's
21 years old and up for the age range, and you will be IDing at the door.
Yes, yeah, we have and the show goes from 7 p.m. to 12 a.m. Yes.
June 20th. So June 20th and June 21st, the Chocolate and Art Show in downtown Los Angeles. And the name of the studios again, Danilo, please?
Mika Studios.
Mika Studios in downtown LA. You can GPS it. And Mika Studios is off of what street, just so they get a briefing.
So you're right now. Mika Studio is Murphy. No, sorry. No, it's not. Mika Studio is South Mission Road. South Mission Road. Yeah. South Mission Road.
And then just so our audience knows also, Danilo is not just the curator and CEO of the Chocolate and Art Show. He's a CEO and businessman as well with other endeavors. So we're glad the advice he gave to our up-and-coming entrepreneurs and up-and-coming CEOs. Danilo, thank you so much, my good man. I'm looking forward to seeing you.
Seth, thank you very much.
It's absolutely my pleasure. Lovevolution is the revolution that we want. So let's cause a revolution of love. Good people, we're hoping to see you on June 20th and June 21st for the Chocolate and Art Show. We thank you for joining us today on Maker's Bar with Seth Garu Baxter, creating 1 million leaders today for tomorrow. Good love, one people. We'll see you next time. Thank you again, Danilo.
Thank you. Thank you.